Yep.
And this might be one for Dr. Chant as well, but for you, Premier, will QR codes be scrapped on December 1, like you suggested yesterday, when unvaccinated people are given freedoms? And if so, what does that mean for TTIQ, knowing that that's an important part of the
Yeah, no, that's a good question, and that's why we're considering the future of QR codes in the context of tracking and tracing, isolation and quarantine. So they are decisions we haven't yet taken, and they're not decisions we need to take in the next few weeks. We have at least until the 1st of December. Obviously, we'll make a decision way before then, but we have time to consider what is the best way to monitor positive cases, what is the best way to protect communities, what is the best way to manage the isolation or tracking, tracing and isolation process, what is the best way to advise business, vice versa. So we haven't yet made final decisions on the QR codes. It could be a fact that QR codes could be with us until COVID's with us. We just haven't made that call yet. We're assessing the situation. We'll obviously take input from not only health but also other parts of government to make sure we have a whole of government response. So there's a question mark as to how long QR codes will be around for. We know they'll be around for at least until the 1st of December and likely to be there, I suspect, beyond that as well, because there'll always be a system in place until COVID's around to make sure we're monitoring the positive cases, to make sure we're advising people of what they need to do, and also making sure that we keep people out of hospital because as we know, whilst to date the Delta strain has really jumped on people who aren't vaccinated, over time those that are most vulnerable will become more susceptible when there's more mobility and people are out and about more.
Premier, the essential worker permits for the 12 local government areas of concern, what's happening then? When are they getting scrapped?
Every setting, if we haven't commented, every setting stays in place until we hit that 70% double dose. And that's why I'm saying to people, we've literally got this week and next week to get through. As difficult as it's been, it's this week and next week, and we know, we assume that we'll hit the 70% double dose number sometime next week, which means the Monday after the 11th of October will be the date we open up. So I'm just saying to people, as hard as it's been, just hold the line for this week and next week. Think about, let's all focus on the 3rd week. Let's all focus on what's happening in the week of 11 October. But let's also focus on how we do it safely. As I said, I'll still be cautious around my parents and others because we don't want to impact the most vulnerable. Remember, it's easier to control the virus. It's easier to stop getting the virus when people aren't moving around. But once we start moving around, once we start interacting with others, the chance of the virus spreading is far greater, and it doesn't mean vulnerable people who are completely vaccinated are completely immune. And we've just got to think about that, and I ask people to start thinking about that. Whilst I encourage people planning what they're going to do in the week of the 11th of October, can I ask everybody to plan it cautiously, to make sure you think about your loved ones and what it means, and also to take personal decisions about what you regard as safe.